The NBA released their latest power ranking for the teams in the Eastern Conference, and the Chicago Bulls rank near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. We go agree, we disagree. You just gonna have to wait and see, because before we talk about it and break it down, you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and today I am with my dog, Cdub. What's the word?
What's the word, man? How you feeling, man?
Feeling groovy. But hey, if y'all tuned in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. We trying to hit that next milestone of 6,800 on the ultimate goal of 10K. So take some time out and hit that subscribe button. Now, Cdub, the NBA released their latest power rankings for both conferences, but our Chicago Bulls, they play in the Eastern Conference, and the Chicago Bulls fell at number 12. Let's keep in mind that there are only 15 teams in the Eastern Conference. So they are pretty much saying, with the key additions of Josh Giddey, Montes Buzelis, and the departures of Caruso, DeMar, Andre Drummond, the Bulls still come in at the bottom of the conference. Just off that, before we keep dive into the reasons why, Cdub, how you feeling about this?
First of all, the guys that made this power ranking forgot to add the likes of Jalen Smith and Lonzo Ball. Yes, I said Lonzo Ball. He has not played with us in 2 years. So, of course, you can add him on as a key addition. Absolutely. Just to start it off. And just the reasons, the three numbers to know they got on here. The Bulls were outscored by nine points per game, the league's biggest discrepancy from 3-point range. Okay, that's true. And then they got a whole bunch of other stuff, but we'll delve into it in a little bit. But I just think this bullshit, and they really didn't do. I don't think they watched a single game of Chicago Bulls basketball. That's all I got to say.
We already know that. But nonetheless, now, ladies and gentlemen, though the Chicago Bulls fell 12 to the number 12 spot, me personally looking at this, I'm like, damn, are we going to compete? Are we going to be competing for a play-in spot? Hey, I don't know, but at least I would like to think so. But some teams that came ahead of the Chicago Bulls that might be a bit surprising to you all is the Detroit Pistons came in at 11th. The Toronto Raptors came in at 10th. And the Atlanta Hawks came in at 9th. I don't see any other argument for the other 8 teams. That's why they don't necessarily need them to be mentioned right here. But I just got a few things. I got a few bones to pick. Just because the Detroit Pistons went out and got Ron Holland, Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., doesn't necessarily mean that these guys going to go ahead and knock the Bulls down the conference. I'm just saying. Cdub, how you feeling about these teams that's been named above the Chicago Bulls, bro? Like the Pistons, like the Raptors, like the Hawks.
All of those teams are not going to be better than the Chicago Bulls. You just ran off a bunch of names for the Detroit Pistons. Let's start with them, since they right above us for some damn reason. You got Ron Holland, Tobias Harris. You love him, nephew. That's one of your favorite players. Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Paul Reed. Does any one of those names, let's just leave Ron Holland out. I like Ron Holland. Is any of those other 4 names is like turn you into a winner instantly? Do you think any of these names will?
Now, I'm not going to front. These guys will be solid role players, but they are role players for a reason.
Right.
Are they game changers? Like shout out to Cam Newton. Are they game changers?
Are they going to change the game for the Detroit Pistons?
I mean, maybe a little bit. Not gonna lie. And CW your camera a little off unless you're not in the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And then, but I'm looking at these guys. They can be some solid role players. You know what I'm saying? Not mad at that. But to say to flip the Detroit Pistons to place them above the Chicago Bulls, I'm a little iffy on that. I'm a little iffy on my own squad too. I'm gonna keep it a bug with you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that these guys are gonna be world beaters. That's why I ain't even named the top 8 teams. But if you telling me it's Tobias Harris, he's a solid player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna crap on him. He's a solid player. You
Wow.
know, he's solid. He's solid enough.
Damn.
But we know what Tobias gives when it's time to win a ball game. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
if his role changed, it could be a little bit different. I don't know. But when we talk about Tim Hardaway Jr., now he's barely been healthy, and
Yep.
that's no knock to him. It's just that I'm speaking on what I know. You ain't
Yeah.
been there. So, and then you know what I'm saying? They went out. I believe they hired a new coach in JB Bickerstaff. Not too mad at it. I believe JB Bickerstaff should have kept his job with Cleveland, but Donovan Mitchell had other plans. But nonetheless, I'm not a believer yet. They got some young talent over there. I would at least give them that.
Bro, it's really sad, bro. That they put all these. They got some talent. K Cunningham, the Thompson twin over there, Ron Holland. But it's just not enough, bro. You think Paul Reed is gonna come over there and change everything? I just think this is horrible. The Bulls are definitely better than the Detroit Pistons. Well, we can move on to the next team. Look at this team right here.
That'd be the Toronto Raptors. They come in at 10th. The key additions is Davion Mitchell, who I like. Key
Yep.
departure, who they has is Gary Trent Jr. Some of the things that they want you to know is that in each of the last 2 seasons, the Raptors have led the league in the percentage of their points, 29% last season. They come on fast breaks. And then one more thing they put out there to why they put them above the Pistons and the Chicago Bulls is they were one of 2 teams that ranked in the bottom 5 in both 3-point percentage and the percentage of their shots that came from 3-point range. They led the league in the percentage of their shots at 53% that came in the paint.
Mm.
What are you how you getting that gauge in that? How you feeling about this?
Well, I just look at the roster of the Toronto Raptors. You know, they trying to build around that young kid over there. What is his
Scotty
name?
Barnes.
Scotty Barnes over there. You lose a shooter in Gary Trent Jr., who was always a Bulls killer over there in Toronto. You gain a little pit bull in Davion Mitchell. We always like Davion Mitchell on his way out of college. Um, I don't see it how they can be better than the Bulls. They still have quickly. They just signed quickly to a big deal.
They did.
Um, it's just nothing over there that says better than the Bulls.
I'm not even
That's
gonna lie to you. The
what
Detroit Pistons better than the Toronto Raptors.
they might be. And when you think about talent,
Like
they
when
you think about talent on paper. I would say that the Pistons have better talent on paper than not Cleveland Cavaliers, but the Toronto Raptors. But they ain't got more talent than us.
no,
That's
I'm
all.
with you on that.
So
I'm with
I
you
would
on
say
that. Chuck.
Toronto. We easily ahead of Toronto. Easily.
Now the last team we about to jump into. I think this is who we closely can go with. So I wouldn't be mad if they remained at 9 and the Bulls were 10, or if they were 10th and the Bulls were 9th. That's the Atlanta Hawks. I believe we close to each other than what we think.
Okay.
Some of their key additions that NBA.com brought up was Zachary Richardshire, who ran for Montes Buzelis. Gonna list that, by the way. Dyson Daniels
Duck Yoshi.
and Larry Nance. Some things that they want you to know in regards to their ranking, Cdub, and why they're number 9 is that the Hawks are one of 2 teams that ranked in the bottom 5 in both opponent 2-point percentage at 57%, and then 27th in opponent 3-point percentage allowed at 38%. They saw the league biggest jump in percentage of their shots from 3-point range from 33% to 40% last season, though, for the
Yeah.
squad. How you feeling about this Atlanta Hawks squad?
Now, when I look at these reasons that they put them at number 9, this is a reason they should be below the Chicago Bulls. And that is one reason. Defense. They don't play any defense. How you going to play defense with Trae Young on your team? You're going to hide Trae Young all. See, Trae Young went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then the league had to pay attention to him. They've noticed, which we already knew, that he can't stick a lick of defense. And ever since they got the judgment in the book on Trae Young, it's been 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seeds for the Atlanta Hawks.
Ooh.
Add on that you had 2 ball dominant guards in the backcourt, which they picked one, and I always thought If they wanted to be serious about basketball, you pick DeJounte Murray to be your point guard. If you want to sell tickets to keep butts in the seat, you keep Trae Young. You see what they pick. They pick Trae Young. They won't be able to guard any point guard or anybody that Trae Young is guarding on the floor. Um, this team, the Bulls got their number in every occasion. We have a Trae Young stopper. I mean, Trae Young's daddy on our team. Uh, Zachariah, he ducking his shit too. We got Montes Buzelis on our team. Montes he got him on his target. He just got him on his list. He just got some smoke for Zachary, and Zachary ain't gonna be able to run in the middle of the NBA season.
So pretty much,
and I like Dyson Daniels, but that ain't enough.
So pretty much you saying that Montes Buzelis is about to get his career high when he play the Hawks.
I don't know if it's career high, but he gonna be at him, bro. He feels some type of way. Why is you the number one pick and it's not me?
Hey,
I love it.
I would say in that summer league game versus the Hawks, Montes Buzelis was just jacking shit for no reason. It was like he made a point to be like, I'm finna go get buckets, but he didn't have the efficiency to do so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you talk about the Hawks being right there, the reason I can say that, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm a be the homer. I'm a ride with the squad first. They say they deserve the number 9 spot, but I give it to you on another level to where I kind of understand it, and that's because of the Trae Young, you know what I'm saying, aspect, and you still got some questions on the Bulls. But I'm ready to prove people wrong, man. Me personally, I'm looking at the young squad and say they're going to surprise a lot of people. That's just how I'm looking at it. I think that right now, once they are able to come through, sit down, figure out some rotations, the Bulls should be right where they belong, and that's that number 9 spot for sure.
So before the season, I'm going to need your ranking. Right now, if you're looking at this list, where would you slot the Bulls at?
If I'm putting it on wax, because y'all know that's how we're going to do. With the roster, I'm going to lock the Bulls in at 9, bro. I'm going to lock the Bulls at 9. Honestly, I think the Pistons are better than the Hawks, too. I'm going to put the Pistons at 10. The Hawks at 11. And the Toronto Raptors at 12.
So you think the Hawks is better than the Raptors too? I think the Raptors on tank mode.
Me personally, I think the Raptors need to be at the bottom of the East. To be honest with you,
they need to tank for sure. They
need to get that
kick. They got to get cool.
Go get cool.
And what makes you sure that who else is in this list?
I was gonna say Charlotte is better.
Charlotte, they can be they we worried about. We above them. I don't think Charlotte better than Toronto. I think they gonna be in the tank Olympics as well.
You think so?
I think Charlotte gonna be tanking this season.
I don't think so, bro. You got Mark Williams, LaMelo back, Bridges back. You got Anthony. Was this Miller?
Brandon Miller.
No, Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller over there. That's 4 nice young pieces you can work with. I don't know if tanking is in need. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, me. You know I used to live down in that region.
Yeah.
Go to Charlotte. That bitch was dry. So you gotta start bringing people to the arena, bro.
I was like, with those 4 nice young players, and I do agree with you, nephew. They some nice young players, bro. Do they make it to a AC? No, right? You don't think they can make it to an AC if they just let them play? If
they healthy, they could. It's potentially, but I think they're gonna be right in the play-in mix with us.
So they might as well just go and try to get the kid.
Get cool.
Go get cool. I don't think we in that predicament because our front office, they already said they're not willing to tank for Cooper Flag. So if you look at that, if you add a Cooper Flag to that young nucleus, it's busting. They'll be a problem. They just have to wait. They have to wait one more year. That's up to them. But anyway, I'm gonna slot the Bulls at number 9. I'm really thinking about the Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be disrespectful. The Miami Heat has always taken care of us when we met them in the play-in tournament, and they actually went to the NBA Finals like a year ago. Yeah. So I can't disrespect them. I'm thinking about it though, because is it really they above? Because they do got some good pieces. Khalil Ware is coming back.
I like his skills.
I love that kid. He got a chance.
He gonna take a lot of pressure off Bam, bro.
Oh, Bam is gonna go off this year. He gonna go off this year. So yeah,
real quick off topic. You think Bam gonna be competing for that DPOY?
He has the opportunity.
He better be. It better be him, Wemby, and AD. No Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
I'm gonna tell you something, nephew. No Rudy Gobert, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, Bam is a great defensive player, but Khalil Ware, bro, he a great natural
He is different.
raw
He
defensive
different.
player. Like he's swatting shit.
He
He's
different.
gonna he gonna change shots coming in there, and he does it like athletically. Like it's not like he has to practice it or nothing like that. He's gifted.
Yeah.
So I'll be careful with that defensive player of the year over there for him because
Fair
you're gonna have to
enough.
share with this guy.
Fair enough, because them draft prospects, when they was scouting, they was somehow they was questioning his motor. He's in heat culture now. There ain't gonna be no question with his motor, or he won't be playing.
Or he won't be playing. They got a nice team now. They got a
They
nice
do.
team with him to see
That's
how
why I
he
was no
plans out.
dispute from the top 8. And just so y'all know, the top 8, just so we could throw it out there, it was Boston at number 1, the New York Knicks at number 2. We had the Sixers at 3, the Pacers at 4, Milwaukee at 5, which I believe is appropriate. They should be dropped down there. The Cavs at 6, and the Magic at 7, with the Heat rounding it out the top 8. So
Do you
that's that.
see anybody up there in the top 6 that you could be like, man, they could fall all the way down to the play-in? Anybody, any
That they
kind of
can
one?
fall.
Yeah,
It could possibly beat them
Milwaukee.
to fall to the play-in.
I think 7 to like a 7 seed. That's play-in. I think they
Okay,
could fall down.
I'm
I
with
don't
you on that.
because I'm not. They disrespecting Orlando. Orlando ain't gonna be no 7 seed, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
where
me
they get that
personally, I
from.
would, I would, I was gonna go with Indiana, and the reason is because Halliburton and them injuries, they need him.
I see that.
I know they well coached, but I'm just saying if there's a number of injuries that happen and Tyrese Halliburton is included in that, that kind of changes everything for them. They still gonna win ball games because they got a hell of a coach in Rick Carlisle, but it still will be a little something that you will watch out for. But I think I'm with you. I think Milwaukee, if Giannis goes down again, yeah, because they
You see,
old.
yeah, I'm with you on that. But then another question. When you look at this list, do you see anybody besides probably Boston Celtics and probably Philadelphia that really like dominates us during the season? I only see like
Not
Boston
really.
probably dominate us and Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, during the season. Yeah,
Yeah.
those two. And we're gonna see the Indiana Pacers a lot too. So I think the Bulls will be ready for that.
Yeah, they were like
They
we
always
played
play them tough anyway.
yeah, we play them tough. So and we finally beat Philadelphia last year.
That's a fact. So that can change.
That can change. So
We'll
yeah,
see
it's gonna
though.
be interesting. They bogus though. We at least 9, bro. Don't do us like that, bro.
We'll see. Y'all make sure y'all let us know. Do y'all feel like they crapped on the Bulls, or y'all want the Bulls to earn it? Where would y'all rank the Chicago Bulls? Let us know. Cdub, you got anything left?
Oh no, y'all make sure y'all punch that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And we'll see y'all on the next one, bro.
Y'all already know. Thank y'all so much, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe here. If you want to call in and be a part of our mailbag episode that's happening this weekend, call in, state your name, leave your take on anything Chicago Bulls, and you'll be a part of that mailbag episode this weekend. Thank y'all's Bulls Nation. Of course, see red always. And y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac. Gang.